Welcome to Architecture Bliss Channel. Have you ever walked into a home that just feels right, where everything seems to breathe together in perfect harmony? That magical moment when rustic warmth meets clean modern lines, when natural light dances across textured surfaces, and suddenly you realize this is exactly what home should feel like. Today we're diving deep into something truly special, the art of rustic modern design for small spaces, where every beam of light and every earthy tone works together to make your compact home feel twice its size, infinitely calming, and absolutely luxurious. You might be living in a small apartment or a cozy house and wondering how to make it feel more spacious without losing that warm, inviting character you love. Here's the beautiful truth. You don't need more square footage to create a sense of openness and elegance. What you need is the right balance of natural light, layered textures, warm neutral colors, and thoughtful design choices that transform cramped into cozy and small into sophisticated. If this sounds like the home transformation you've been dreaming about, stay with me because we're about to unlock every secret together. Let's start with something fundamental that changes everything about how your space feels: the power of warm neutral tones combined with natural light. When you embrace shades like cream, sand, oat beige, and soft taupe in your small rustic modern interior, something incredible happens. These colors don't just sit on your walls, they actively reflect and amplify natural light, bouncing it around the room, and creating this beautiful airy atmosphere that makes boundaries feel less defined and spaces feel endlessly open and breathable. The magic intensifies when you pair these warm neutrals with natural wooden textures and clean modern furniture lines. Imagine a linen sofa in soft cream against walls painted in warm sand, complemented by a natural oak coffee table and woven jute rugs underfoot. This combination creates visual balance that's both grounded and serene, never cluttered or overwhelming. Every element feels intentionally calm and cohesive, like a gentle exhale after a long day. And that's exactly the energy your home should radiate when you walk through the door. Now here's where rustic modern design really shows its brilliance, in how lighting and texture dance together to create depth and dimension. Layered soft lighting is your secret weapon for making small spaces feel larger and more luxurious. Think about diffused wall sconces casting gentle glows across linen curtains, warm ceiling pendants highlighting the grain of reclaimed wood beams, and table lamps with ceramic bases illuminating the weave of natural fiber rugs. Each layer adds visual interest without consuming precious space. Lighting in rustic modern interiors isn't just functional, it's deeply emotional and atmospheric. Consider it your silent design partner that enhances every texture, defines every form, and brings subtle warmth to corners that might otherwise fade into shadow. A rattan pendant light suspended over your wooden dining table paired with brass sconces flanking neutral art prints creates this layered richness that feels collected over time. Authentic and personal, never staged or cold like minimalist spaces can sometimes feel. Let's talk about specific lighting tricks that will genuinely make your small rooms appear bigger and more expansive. Reflective surfaces become your best friends in compact spaces. Strategically place muted brass accents, aged mirrors with thin metal frames, or lightly glazed ceramic tiles catch and bounce natural light around the room, essentially doubling the illumination you're working with. Instead of heavy drapes that block precious sunlight, opt for sheer linen curtains that filter light softly while maintaining privacy and adding textural warmth. Floor lamps and table lamps in soft gold or warm brass tones add dimension at different heights, creating visual layers that trick the eye into perceiving more space than physically exists. A glass-topped console table near your entrance or a light-toned armchair by the window helps visually lift the space, keeping sightlines open and unobstructed. These seemingly small details work together to literally expand your room's perceived boundaries, making everything feel airy, relaxed, and perfectly balanced between rustic charm and modern sophistication. When space is truly limited, your lighting strategy must serve both practical function and emotional atmosphere simultaneously. This is where the art of light layering becomes absolutely essential. Start by thinking in three categories: ambient lighting that provides overall illumination, task lighting for specific activities like reading or cooking, and accent lighting that highlights architectural features or decorative elements. Recessed ceiling lights or slim track fixtures offer that modern simplicity, while rustic table lamps with linen shades bring lived-in warmth. The harmony happens when these lighting layers work together seamlessly. Your space becomes functional yet soulful, minimal yet deeply inviting. Picture a slatted wooden sideboard topped with a handmade ceramic lamp casting a soft glow at night, while recessed lights provide general brightness during the day. This combination achieves what rustic modern design does best, balancing clean contemporary functionality with the emotional warmth and character of natural materials and organic forms. The heart of any rustic modern interior truly lies in the warm ambient glow that transforms small rooms into comforting retreats where you actually want to spend time. Choose warm LED bulbs in the 2700 to 3000 Kelvin range, or opt for amber tone pendant lights that bathe your space in golden tones reminiscent of candlelight or sunset. Remember, the goal here isn't maximum brightness. It's creating intimacy and atmosphere that makes your home feel like a sanctuary. This soft, diffused glow evokes calm after long, demanding days and highlights your wood textures with natural elegance. It's lighting that feels like a warm hug, wrapping you in comfort the moment you step inside. Combine this warm lighting with flowing linen curtains, a wood-framed mirror reflecting light back into the room, and neutral throw blankets draped casually over your sofa. Together, these elements create that layered lived-in softness that defines rustic modern style and makes small spaces feel deeply personal and welcoming. Here's something crucial. Avoid harsh downlights or cool white bulbs that flatten dimension and make spaces feel sterile and uninviting. Instead, embrace directional accent lighting that spotlights your favorite art pieces, indoor plants, or textured accent walls. Floor lamps with linen shades, concealed LED strips tucked under floating shelves, or clusters of candles in corners add personality and visual interest without physical clutter. These subtle lighting touches transform a modest room into an ambient story told through texture, shadow, and quiet luxury. Even narrow hallways can become part of your cohesive design narrative when you add floating wall shelves and natural oak displaying a few decorative lanterns or small potted plants. Lighting becomes sculptural, creating pools of light and shadow that add drama and sophistication. This approach turns every corner of your home into an intentional space that contributes to the overall feeling of warmth, openness, and timeless rustic elegance that makes coming home the best part of your day. Now let's explore the psychology behind earthy color palettes and how they genuinely expand the perception of space in small rustic modern rooms. Earthy tones like soft clay, muted olive green, warm stone gray, and terracotta create a visual softness that blurs harsh edges and corners. These hues absorb and reflect light gently, working beautifully with natural materials like oak wood, jute rugs, and linen fabrics to create a unified, harmonious flow throughout your space. Instead of dividing your room into sections with bold contrasting colors that can make small spaces feel choppy and fragmented, use tone-on-tone layers to unify walls, furniture, and flooring. The result is a seamless visual flow that makes your room feel larger, because the eye travels smoothly without interruption. Pair clay-colored walls with a light beige sectional sofa and woven wooden stools to maintain this color consistency. Add texture through materials rather than color contrast, and watch your space transform into something that feels naturally expansive. Modern rustic design doesn't mean everything must be the same flat monotone shade. It actually thrives on subtle, thoughtful contrasts that add depth without breaking harmony. A deeper walnut tone on kitchen cabinetry paired with lighter beige or cream walls creates dimensional interest while maintaining visual cohesion. Introduce variety through textured cushions in sage green or soft rust, a vintage-inspired rug with muted patterns, or ceramic vases in warm terracotta that echo natural earth tones. The right color contrast feels completely effortless, letting each piece stand out and express its character while keeping your small space feeling open, connected, and flowing naturally from one area to the next. This balance is what separates amateur design from spaces that feel professionally curated and deeply intentional. Nature already provides the perfect color palette for calm, grounded living. So why not borrow directly from the outdoors to bring that same tranquility inside your home? Incorporating nature-inspired palettes featuring terracotta, sage green, cream, stone gray, and warm taupe creates rooms that feel serene, fresh, and timelessly beautiful. These colors not only reflect natural light softly, but also create a visual bridge between your indoor living spaces and the outdoor environment beyond your windows. Pairing these earthy tones with simple modern furniture pieces or handcrafted rustic decor items completes the aesthetic perfectly, creating a vibe that becomes a visual exhale every single time you enter the room. Enhance this natural palette by adding a sage green area rug that grounds your seating area, terracotta vases displaying dried grasses or fresh eucalyptus branches, and a lightwood console table topped with linen lampshades. Every element reinforces that connection to nature while maintaining the clean lines and uncluttered aesthetic of modern design. This is rustic modern at its finest, where organic warmth meets contemporary simplicity to create spaces that feel both current and enduringly classic. Mirrors are genuinely one of the most effective and transformative tools in small rustic modern design, and using them strategically can double the perceived size of your space. Positioning a large mirror directly opposite a window multiplies the natural light flooding into your room and creates the illusion of depth, making walls seem to recede and spaces feel much more open. Choose mirrors with aged glass for vintage character or thin metal frames in brass or black to maintain that rustic charm. Balance is absolutely everything in rustic modern interiors, particularly when it comes to mixing textures that create visual interest and dimensional richness. The contrast between rough reclaimed wood and smooth polished marble, between woven linen curtains and sleek glass tabletops, creates the kind of layered sophistication that defines high-end design. When paired with thoughtful lighting that highlights these different textures, each material appears more dynamic, and each surface tells its own tactile story. The key is thoughtful contrast, intentionally combining materials that interact with light differently to bring visual rhythm and understated luxury throughout your space. Use a stone-top dining table paired with soft linen upholstered chairs for elegant contrast. Place a rough-hewn oak bench beside sleek black metal wall lamps. Mix smooth ceramic vases with chunky knit throw blankets. These combinations create the textural diversity that makes rustic modern design feel rich and collected rather than flat or one note. Add textured wall panels in natural wood or fabric, flowing cotton drapes that move with air currents, and a handmade ceramic pendant light that casts intricate shadow patterns. Every flicker of light adds character and personality, turning your room into an evening retreat where shadows become design elements themselves. This approach celebrates the beauty of imperfection and natural variation, core principles of rustic design that bring warmth and soul into modern minimalist frameworks. Complete your small rustic modern interior with organic finishing touches that ground the design emotionally and make your space feel authentically personal. Handmade ceramics displaying fresh flowers, chunky linen throws casually draped over seating, or clusters of potted greenery on floating shelves bring life and natural energy into your home. These details matter because they connect your interior design to the natural world and to human craftsmanship, creating spaces that feel warm rather than cold. And there you have it, the subtle but genuinely powerful secrets to designing a small rustic modern home that feels significantly larger, naturally brighter, and deeply inviting every single day. The real magic isn't about filling every available inch with furniture and decor. It's about creating breathing room where light, color, and texture exist together in balanced harmony. When warm neutral palettes reflect soft layered lighting and natural wood glows beautifully beside sleek modern details, your entire space comes alive with character and warmth that feels authentically you. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, exploring the wonderful world of rustic modern design for small spaces. If this video inspired you or gave you ideas you're excited to try in your own home, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more interior design inspiration, and share your favorite rustic modern tips or your own small space challenges in the comments below. We'd absolutely love to hear from you and continue this conversation about creating beautiful homes that feel like peaceful sanctuaries. Until next time, keep designing with heart, light, and intention.